What's up, nerd family? Welcome once again to the Poindexter Lounge. My name is Enosh, aka Enosh Fett, and I just want to say how good it is that you guys would take some time out of your day and spend it with us here on the channel. It's always a pleasure to be with all of you because the Poindexter Lounge is not just about us. It is a place for you. It is a place for everyone. It is a place for nerds. That's right. So if you like things like TV shows, games, movies, fantasy, sci-fi, superheroes, toys, and everything in between, this is the right place for you. Okay, now this has been a really busy week around the channel. We haven't actually done a lot of videos this week like we normally do because we've been doing a lot of prep and a lot of setup for things. A lot of you know I have a big toy room and I've been reorganizing that and actually doing some renovations in there and bringing some new displays in and stuff. So hopefully I get to show you that in a video sometime soon. But I'm doing that because this last weekend we went to the Motor City Comic-Con here in Novi, Michigan, and this is my 7th con, and it's just always so much fun. We love to go as a family. We do it as a family, and we just walk around, and sometimes the kids cosplay, and Tiffany's cosplay before. You guys have seen pictures of her as Harley Quinn, and I don't usually cosplay too much. Of course, this year I probably could have with my weight loss and everything, but kind of been putting that off. My biggest desire is to lose enough weight where I feel like I can wear a Superman outfit really well, because as you'll see here in the video, there's some people that we met who do a great job with their cosplay. And so when I do finally do it, I want it to be top notch. But we have so much fun. We walk around, we go to the panels and hear some of the celebrities discuss things, and you'll be seeing some of that here on the channel of our experience doing that. Also, meeting the celebrity guests, we had a really great time meeting them. Some of the people that we met was obviously Brandon Routh, who played Superman and also plays the Atom on Legends of Tomorrow. And I'll tell you what, he was tremendous. I'm going to do a whole video about that because we actually asked some questions at his panel, both Tiffany and I, and he had some great answers, and so I'm going to do a whole video on Brandon. But also, we met Sarah Douglas, who played Ursa in Superman and Superman 2. And just a favorite of mine, going back to my childhood, and for all you Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fans, we got to meet Judith Hoag, who played April O'Neil in the very first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. That was just such a sweet moment. I'll tell you what, I can only liken that moment to meeting Leah Thompson. A couple years ago, we met Leah Thompson also at Comic-Con, and she just had a sweet spirit about her. She was so just nice and inviting, and the same thing with Judith. Judith was just phenomenal. I mean, with everybody who came up, not just us, with everybody who came up, she was just super sweet, just acted like she was a longtime friend and everything. And so here's the thing. Before we jump into this video, I want to show you some of our Comic-Con experience and show you some of what we did, and some of the sights and sounds and just things that happened, some of the things that we bought, and show you some of the people that we met. But I also wanted to share this video with you because some of these people wanted to say a special hello to those of us here in the Poindexter Lounge and to those of you who support the channel. So sit back, relax, and here is our 2019 Motor City Comic-Con experience and a couple of celebrity guests who want to stop by and say hi.
The lines can be really long at Comic-Con, so it's important that you prepay for your tickets, and we always do that because they open up the doors a half hour early for people who have their tickets early. This year, though, we got there a little later, and so we had to wait in some lines that we normally wouldn't have had to wait in, but the family still was in good spirits the entire time, as you can see here. One of my favorite things about Comic-Con is to watch the people who cosplay. This was in the line outside. Landon, of course, is a huge It fan and absolutely loves horror movies, and so it was really cool. Like, this guy's It costume was just on point. I, of course, am a G.I. Joe fan from way back, and it was really cool to see this retro cosplay from this guy who was a Cobra officer who looked like an action figure come to life. Of course, Tiffany was singing this guy's praises as he obviously pulled off an awesome, spot-on Freddie Mercury. Tiffany is a huge Queen fan, and she actually cleaned up this Comic-Con by getting all of the Queen pop vinyl action figures, but also it was pretty cool that she got to meet this guy, and it made for a great picture. Speaking of retro from a minute ago, look at this guy. This guy's name is Troy, and I guess he's from LA. I read an article about him afterwards, And it was so cool to turn around and see Mork from Ork right there. This guy did an awesome job. I wish you could hear him because he was actually very, very funny. As soon as we saw him, we called him over. He looked tremendous. He looked awesome. He came over and we obviously did the Orkin handshake here. And it was fun to be around this guy. He just had a personality all of his own. So, Nanu.
Hi everyone in the Poindexter Lounge. I hope you enjoyed Legends of Tomorrow Season 4, and thanks for watching. Thank you.
Now, you never know who you're going to run into here at Comic-Con, and these are not cosplayers. These are the actual actors from the TV show The Office. They were, of course, walking through on their way to take a break here at Comic-Con. We got to meet Chewbacca, at least the new Chewbacca. You know, Peter Mayhew passed on, unfortunately, but Jonas has done a tremendous job with the character, and he absolutely has just embodied the spirit of what it means to be Chewbacca. He was so much fun. We waited for a little while for him because he was off at lunch, but when he came there, he was making the Wookiee calls and everything, so you could see that he really puts a lot into being this character and that he loves being Chewbacca. And that's just really important. As a huge Star Wars fan, I'm glad to see that someone who's taking on this role really cares about it and really cares about the fans. He was joking with the fans, he was laughing with the fans, and it's just really good to see. He's a really good guy, and I look forward to seeing him hopefully in more installments of Star Wars. Speaking of Wookiees, Jonas wasn't the only one around Comic-Con this year, as this Wookiee warrior took time out of his brave battles to go ahead and take a picture with us. Look at how amazing this costume is. He was on stilts. And then what was really funny was, I don't know if they were together or if they just found each other, but this other Wookiee snuck up behind him, and then they ended up walking together and taking pictures with some other people. So it was really cool to see Wookiees coming together here at Comic-Con. And of course, we didn't have our little dog Wookiee, but these Wookiees will do. And these are just great costumes. You can see a lot of care and thought were put into them.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Hi everybody, I'm here with this very exciting family, and I'm going to check out, yes, him as well. And I'm looking forward to checking out their YouTube station channel. What's it called? Poindexter Lounge. Check it out. Bye.
Now, if you're a Superman fan or just a movie fan in general, you will know that that is Sarah Douglas. Sarah Douglas played Ursa in Superman and Superman 2. And I just got to say this, as far as movies in my lifetime that I have watched so many times that I don't even remember how many times I've seen them, Superman 2 ranks right up there. It's one of my favorite movies. It's probably my favorite Superman movie of all time. And it was just awesome to finally meet this lady who has been a part of my life. And, you know, even though I've never met her before, it's been so cool to watch her over the years. And she's a great actress, and she's just had a wonderful personality. For being a villain in Superman 2, I gotta say, she had a wonderful, charming personality. It was so great that she recorded this little thing for us. And of course, you can see here, we got her to take a picture scowling because, of course, Ursa, being a villain, has to scowl, right? And then we got her to go ahead. She said, well, I want to take another one. I want to take one with me smiling. And so you could just tell that she just was a wonderful human being. And Sarah, if you watch this, just know this. We love you, and we were so blessed to meet you. Thank you so much for being great in every way. Sometimes at Comic-Con, you don't get to meet everybody that you'd like to meet, but it's cool to just walk by and see some of these celebrities. Like Barry Williams, who played Greg Brady, was there. Also, Pauly Shore was there, Mark Paul Gosselaar, Elizabeth Berkley, and I would have really liked to have met John Cleese from Monty Python. Just the price tag on some of the people to meet them is just way up there. Jonathan Frakes, also from Star Trek The Next Generation, was there, and I've met Brett Spiner and, of course, LeVar Burton. Also, another fun one that would have been nice to meet was Henry Winkler. The Fonz himself was there, and we got to see him, but you don't get pictures of everybody because they have some pretty strict rules about taking pictures like that. So, but it was cool just to be able to walk around and see the environment and see people from all different generations and from all different genres of TV shows, movies, and everything. Just a bunch of nerds having fun. Imagine that at Comic-Con.
And action.
Okay, so they ganged up on me. I had no choice. Hi guys. You know who I am, Judith.
It's the real April O'Neil, Judith Hoag. on the Poindexter Lounge.
He's got a gun to my head, I swear.
Nah,
No, he doesn't.
nah, just some nunchucks.
Some nunchucks and a sigh or two.
Thanks, Judith.
You are so...
Now, while we were talking to Judith Hoag, this guy came out from behind the curtain. They tell me that this guy is somebody important. He's on some show called Sons of Anarchy or something like that. And Tiffany wanted this picture before we were told we couldn't take pictures. So if you know anything about that, you can leave a comment down in the comment section. I'm not really sure even who this guy is. And nobody seemed to know who he was around us either. It was also good to meet up with my friend Bowen Klein, who I met last year here at Comic-Con. He cosplays as Superman and has several Superman costumes, including this one that he made himself, which is Superman in medieval times. Here you can see him with his Supergirl, Sarah, and we got to talk with her, and she had a great personality, and we just had a really good time meeting up with them. He does all kinds of charity events, has several different Superman costumes, and pulls off every one of them. He's inspired me. He's lost a lot of weight as well, and he's one of the inspirations for why I want to cosplay as Superman once I get down to the weight that I want to be. Here he was last year with Landon when we first met him, and I really appreciate him. We're going to have him here on the channel at some point and talk about cosplaying and just the different things that he does and the places he gets to go and the people that he gets to meet and the smiles that he gets to put on people's faces. Of course, Bowen wasn't the only Superman at Comic-Con. This guy was really cool, and I wish that I could remember his name because we talked about a lot of different things. We talked about Superman, and we talked about Star Wars, and we had a great conversation with him, and I believe it was his girlfriend. I don't know if maybe it was his wife, but I cannot remember their names for the life of me, and I apologize for that because I had such a good time with them as we waited in line to get our picture with Brandon Routh. So he said he was going to check out the channel, so if you check out the channel, will you please leave a comment? I would like to say hi to you and give you a shout out. Like I said, just a really great guy. And I love it when I see people who cosplay as Superman or have something to do with Superman like that, and they really kind of embody that spirit, you know, and they're not doing things that kind of take you away from that. And he was a really cool guy. And so I wanted to put him in this video because it was really great talking with him and some others that we met actually in that line as well. And just wonderful people. We met a nice teacher who had a great Superman dress. And then, of course, also we met a guy from Canada from not too far where Tiffany and I actually met. He had on the Smallville red Superman jacket. So it was just really cool to see fans coming together like that and talking at Comic-Con. What's up, nerd family? Enosh here at the Motor City Comic Con, and we have had an awesome day. And check it out. I just bought this. Dude, I don't even know this guy right here, right? But check this out. I just bought one of my Grails, this Legacy Millennium Falcon.
Is that a 77?
No, dude, this is like the one from I get this guy and he's talking to there. Anyways, so no, this is the one that came out like in early 2000s.
Okay.
Yeah, this is like the big one. The
That's
big one.
big.
I've wanted this forever.
That's a big one.
And I got a great deal on it.
That's amazing.
Total strangers are like,
I'm so happy for you.
see,
So big.
oh, I know. It's some nerd joy going on here at the Motor City Comic Con.
Family photos.
Hey, check these guys out. If you come to the Motor City Comic Con, who are you guys? I'll give you a free plug.
Bob's got you covered. I'm Bob.
This
I'm
is Bob.
Clay. I'm Clay.
Okay,
We're here with Amber. Amber's Toy Chest also is our neighbor. Yeah.
All right, awesome.
1715. Booth number 1715.
There you go. There you go.
Look at our booth.
Look at
Oh
this
yeah,
booth.
show 'em.
You can get your picture with like all the horror icons. Isn't that awesome? That's just totally awesome. So come down here and visit these guys because they seem pretty cool. All right, we'll see you later. So it's super cool because as you walk through the Motor City Comic Con and people are like looking at my Millennium Falcon because it's huge and big, and I'm actually on my way to go get my picture taken with Brandon Routh, and like everybody's like, that's cool, that's cool. Oh, they're getting our attention now. So I'm trying to walk across the entire place with this Millennium Falcon, and it is heavy. It is heavy. I got such a deal on this, guys. Oh, I got to talk to you about this deal, but I got an awesome deal, and I'm super happy with this. And I can't wait to share this with you all on the channel. Let's see the family's reaction as I pull up with this thing. There's Landon still hobbling.
What do you think of this, Landon?
Looks cool. Is there anything in it?
Oh yeah, it's got all the landing gear. It's got all the pieces. Be
How do
careful
you
because I'm
even
balancing on one arm right now. And that arm's about ready to give.
It's cool. It even has 2 co-pilots.
Oh yeah, it's got four cockpit seats in there. And it lights up. It does all kinds of cool stuff. And here's the rest of the family. How's the family doing? There's Tiftastic, recognized all over the place. The guy that I just bought the Millennium Falcon from looks at my driver's license and goes, "Hey, don't you have a YouTube channel?" I'm like, "Why, yes I do." And he says, "Your wife does stuff with you, doesn't she?" And I'm like, "Yes, she does." "And your kids?" And I'm like, "Yes, the kids are in there too." So there you go. So y'all are like Motor City Comic Con famous, because that's like the 4th person today. So there you go. See, they don't even know. They're smiling and laughing over there. They don't even know. But hi, how are you guys doing?
How are you?
Hi, my name is Enosh. This is Tiffany and Landon and Isaac and Logan. We're from the Poindexter Lounge.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I like your shirt. Well, guys, that is the 2019 Motor City Comic Con. Just showed you a little bit, but we got to see some pretty cool people. We had a good time. I've met a lot of people here. Some people who actually know the channel. So if you saw us here, hey, tag yourself or whatever. I guess you can't tag yourself here, but like leave a comment down in the comment section so we know that you saw us and met some new friends. And we got a Falcon. We're gonna go fly that sucker home and have a good time. Did everybody have a good time?
Yeah.
Logan, how would you sum up the whole thing? Always at a loss for words. All right, guys. We'll see you next time on the Poindexter Lounge. Bye-bye.
So if you've made it this far into the video, thanks so much. We're so glad to have you here. Please make sure to like this video, hit subscribe, and as always, hit the notifications bell so that you know when we put out new videos, which is like all the time. Thanks for coming along for the ride. We hope you're here for more.